All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome if you are new here. Hat family. Got the Hat fam. What is going on? Appreciate you joining me today. Appreciate you waiting patiently for the intro to finish up. I hope everybody is doing well today. Yeah, my mic was muted. We got the hats. What color is your hat? It's blue. It's a dark blue. A deep blue. And we have Corey, the legend Landiga. We know why he does it. We know why he drops 5 member gifts and welcomes 5 more into the Hat family. That's the new thing, the Hat family. The Hat family, whatever you want to call it. But Corey, thank you so much. He does it for the boss.
I'm no hero.
We'll see if boss comes down. I have to get new treats. Rich Rod says if we do not get 200 new members today, 8 people, yes, 8 people will be timed out for 3 months. 200 members, guys. Yeah, crazy. No problem. No problem. We hit 200 like it's nothing. You like these hats? Yeah, Ghetto God came up with those. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. Much better than the ones I tried to come up with. Definitely much better. We have Zombie Killer with a $2 direct donation. And hold on, before I read that, Corey, let me add your member gifts to the goal. Yeah, if you guys want to support the channel, if you want to support what I do here directly, you can become a member, gift memberships. We hit 25, we'll feed the beast. Super chats, direct donations, they all help. Zombie Killer with a $2 direct says, got a Pebble watch yesterday. The battery claims are insane. Only lost 1% life in 16 hours. Well, my Galaxy Watch would have been at like 60%. That is nuts. That is nuts. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the smartwatches. Never really got into it, but 1%? Only lost 1%? It's at 99% battery after 16 hours? That is insane, dude. Rich Rod says, Dookie Brown Hat Gang. It's actually supposed to be bronze. But yes, Dookie Brown. I'm glad you... Yes. We have some stuff to talk about today, guys. We got the Wolverine special today. Hat Clan. I mean, you can call it the Hat Clan. I'm fine with that too. Hat Family, Hat Fam, Hat Clan. So don't call it a cult. It's not a cult. Is my chat broken? Hold on. Yeah, my chat was broken. That was weird. Hold up. So, feeling a little bit annoyed. The Cap cult. Oh my God. Ghetto God, what did I just say? What did I just say, bro? Let's get to 25 members and MBG says she'll bring old man boss down. We gotta bring old man boss down. I was supposed to have a video out. I was supposed to have I made like a 23-minute news video, but I'm running into problems. I don't know why I've been running into problems. My video editor is not rendering correctly, so I'm going to mess around with it later, see if I can figure out what the problem is. I'm just really annoyed because it like completely threw me off. I was supposed to have that video out. I even had to go back and re-record a portion of that video because as I was editing that 20-minute video, the announcement of the, of the Wolverine plates and stuff came out. So I went back and I re-recorded that, added it into it. What problems? It's just, it just won't, it freezes during the rendering process. So it'll, I tried to render it like 5 times and it gives me like an estimated time for how long it's going to take and it counts down and then it just freezes. And it doesn't let me cancel it. I have to like completely shut down the editing software and reboot it and it just won't work. So I'm going to try to mess around with it a little bit later and I'll see if I can fix it. If not, I will refer to you guys. I will be asking for your help. So I'm hoping it's nothing serious or annoying. I will say, when I went to go play the Gears of War E-Day beta on my PC, it told me I had to download some new NVIDIA drivers. And I did. And I won't lie, I can't help but notice that this issue, it wasn't an issue until until I downloaded those drivers. So I don't know if it has anything to do with it or not. But we'll see. Vlond with a $5 chat says, Take-Two CEO expects the games industry to be in commercial streaming mode within 3 years. You will own nothing and be happy. I saw that he said that. I sure hope not. I mean, it's possible at the rate things are going, but I don't mind if streaming's an option, but that to be the most commercially viable, I mean, come on, bro. Come on, man. Irfan, no, I did not see the links you sent, buddy, if you want to resend them. Sounds like you have to pick up one of them 5090s. Cooling problems? I don't think so. No, it just freezes. Like, not my entire computer. Just literally the I think the editing software might need to be updated or something. So I'll try that out and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll trust me, I'll let you guys know in the Discord if I run into more problems because it's giving me headaches. Cheese and Chainsaws with a £5 chat says, seen yesterday someone got a refund on Steam after 400 plus hours on Battlefield because EA removed game modes. They gave them a full refund. PS, are you saying PlayStation improved refunds? That's nuts. That's nuts, bro. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this story. Holy shit, it's true. Battlefield player with over 400 hours gets full refund. A Battlefield 6 player with hundreds of hours of playtime has scored a full refund of the game after Battlefield Studios removed key game modes from its quick play matchmaking. Over on Reddit, the player revealed that Steam granted him the full $110 refund. My God, it's like a premium edition too, or the Phantom edition, saying they got upset after developers continued to pull game modes from the game's quick play matchmaking. They noted that it began with Squad Deathmatch and King of the Hill, but once Rush, a Battlefield staple, was pulled, they requested a refund. Steam famously refuses to grant most refunds unless the game was purchased in the last 2 weeks and you barely played it. However, the player wrote a note to a support agent explaining their feelings and why they wanted the refund. Valve seemingly thought it was a valid enough reason to grant the refund outside of its usual terms. See, that's like, I mean, Sony would never do that, bro. Sony would literally tell you to go F yourself and never come back except to buy more digital games and then continue to go F yourself. Like, that's awesome, though. Also, what the hell is wrong with EA and DICE removing Rush? Like, what are they doing over there? Why would they do that? That's very cool, though, on Steam's part. Sony, come on, man. Vlond with a $5 chat says, anyone with bad internet, Starlink, been tested in the woods in the middle of nowhere and plays OW extremely well. It's going to get a lot better soon. Starlink. Yeah, never used it. I've heard good things about it, though. My internet's been okay. Yeah, I have Verizon fiber optic or whatever. It's really good. Hasn't given me any now that I've said that, it's probably going to give me a lot of problems. Freaking hat. It's going to give me a ton of problems. Brendo of Doom, I appreciate that, bro. If it comes down to it, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Yeah, I'm just really annoyed because, like, you guys were supposed to get a 20-minute news video today. And I even tried to cover, like, different topics. You know, I really tried to add some other stuff in there. And sometimes it feels like the universe is conspiring against me. It's like, no, don't do that. It's like, why not? It's like, we're not going to let you. We have a Grape Mongoose with a $5 chat saying, I sent you a friend request on Steam and wanted to gift you the Ultimate Edition of Fallout New Vegas. I think somebody did gift me that already. Grape. I will go. Hold on. I'll accept your friend request. I didn't. There we go. Appreciate you letting me know. And I appreciate that. Yeah, somebody did gift me that already, though. But I did accept your friend request. Hellbound, what's up, man? Irfan, you sent the links. Michael, what's up, bro? I'm developing this compulsion, and I don't like it. I'm developing 2 compulsions while I'm streaming, and I'm really becoming unsettled. Okay, so we got... Okay, I got the links, Irfan. Thank you. The 2 compulsions that I'm developing that you guys may have noticed is I keep doing this. I keep touching the brim of my hat. And when I'm not doing that, I keep doing this. I'm stimming. Oh, God. I need to figure out what to do. It is the autism. It's the tism, bro. Stop. I need to stop. I need something else to, I know what I can do. I got a Luden's cough drop right here. I'm not going to have the cough drop. I'll save it for later. But I'm just going to like rub. I'm going to rub the, the wrapper. You're from Alex's community. Yeah, a few people have come over, which has been nice of them. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I think he sent some people over. That was nice of him. Can I touch you, Michael? I can't. I'm a married man. Oh, man. What is happening in this chat? I don't know. I'm supposed to be talking about Wolverine, guys. You have the exact same hoodie, York? Or Matt York? For some reason, it's York Storm. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Uncle Art. Yeah, so RU46N2 Ray dropped the P.O. Box address. I'm thinking I'm going to extend it. I don't know. I hope you guys don't let me down, okay? Because we were talking about this yesterday. The P.O. Box is set to close on August 30th. But, a few people yesterday were saying, like, no, come on, like, extend it a little bit further. I think it was Jedi Guy. He said he wanted to send me a physical copy of Wolverine and stuff like that. And so I'm like, all right, I think I'll extend it by another 3 months. I have to pay for it. It's okay. I don't mind doing it, but I think that's what we'll do. Cheese with a £5 super chat saying, be hard on Sony, or be hard to see Sony offer refunds. Steam does it because PCs are different and some may not run a game. Main reason it exists. PlayStation mostly runs all. That's true. I mean, I think Sony, they have no choice, man, as far as I'm concerned. They're going digital only. They have no choice. I'm not saying they have to be extreme like that, but they need to drastically improve their refund policy. They need to update it and modernize it, and especially make it something that is going to alleviate some of the potential stress that it's going to cause people. That it's going to cause people who are now forced to buy digital only if they want to stick with PlayStation. I mean, Steam, I get it. Like, their policy maybe is, well, it's not maybe, it is the most flexible and most pro-consumer. But they have to. And we have Mateto. What's going on, man? He says, hey, MBG, have you seen the video X-Vault made about you? Any thoughts on it? I saw that. I think he brought me up a few times. I know he made one specific video on me. I mean, my thoughts on it are, well, first off, I'm kind of used to it at this point. I've gotten very used to people reacting to my content or making videos on it. The only thing I genuinely don't appreciate, like, in all honesty, and that does annoy me, is when I'm being painted in a specific light to make me seem like, oh, you're just some kind of grifter trying to, like, low-key scam people and stuff. And I'm like, that actually pisses me off, because it's like, no, that's not what it is. You know, the anger, the frustration, the disappointment, the desire to have a different outcome is all genuine. Just because I basically woke up and realized that, you know, Sony is going through with this, and no amount of bitching or complaining on my part is going to change that. Doesn't mean anything was fake, you know, or whatever. Um, it's weird. Like I think some people they pay attention to the fact that I came from Xbox and they take that as a thing to latch on of like he's doing it again, you know, he's going to leave PlayStation to go to PC. But the thing is, you know, I haven't seen anybody putting out clips or posts of me explicitly saying, as far as I can tell, numerous times over and over again that like this isn't about leaving one thing for another. This is, you know, I'm not going to make that same mistake again. This is about just expanding and, you know, being a little bit more conscientious about where I spend my time and money. And, you know, I can't I've accepted I had numerous videos, or not videos, streams where I basically I didn't basically I literally told you guys like I'm holding the L. Okay? Like I said one thing and then I folded. Fine. Like I don't mind people using that against me. But I don't appreciate when people come after me. Like, you know, on again, I haven't been paying much attention, but I've never appreciated that, to be honest. Throughout all the years I've been doing YouTube, I never really cared if people want to occasionally react to my content or clip my content. But when it becomes like an ongoing thing where it's like, I don't know, man, people can call me a grifter, people can call me a fanboy, people can call me a fraud, they can call me all these things, but it's like these are the people who are just going to constantly use my content to fuel their own. It's like I don't understand. But it is what it is, you know. Makwi Ninja with a $5 chat saying Sony needs to give us rights to own or they will die next gen. That said, I'm loving that they finally did something for Wolverine. Yeah, I have to admit, man, did you see you know where they kind of got me? Dude, the PS5 Pro plates. I'm going to bring that up in a little bit. We're going to talk about that. They did the silver adamantium Dualsense and specifically PS5 Pro plates. I'm like, oh man, I think they got me with that, bro. It looks really good. But yeah, they need to figure their shit out going into next gen. Absolutely. I don't think they have a disc version of the Wolverine console, by the way. Cheese, you're saying legally PlayStation don't have to. I mean, if the game runs. You think is that why? You think that'll protect Sony? I mean, you're saying legally. I don't know the depth of the law in this. Relax, Rich Rod. Must be defeated. Yeah, no, I don't lean too much into this anymore because it's just I'm not trying to feed it. You know what I mean? Like I've been down that road so many times, and at the end of the day, I realize it's really not serious. You know, it's all just kind of a circular or cyclical type of game. You're saying that is why, Cheese? Man, I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true because, man, if it is, yeah, Sony. God, if they're able to maintain their current refund policy, it's going to be a disaster. This kind of refund system hurts developers. Anyone can finish a game and then refund it afterwards, which is ridiculous. I mean, it can to an extent. Like, I don't think Sony has to go as extreme as Steam. It would be cool if they did, but I don't think they have to go that extreme. And I don't think anybody would expect them to. But they got to improve. They got to do something. They got to do something. Like, even if it's just like 30 minutes or something like that, you know? 15 minutes even. I you know? Or like 20 minutes. Just enough time where it's like, I regret buying this game. This isn't for me. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be 2 hours, but it's got to be something. I think the 2 hour window is kind of extreme because you can do a lot in a game in 2 hours. You can, but maybe like 30 minutes is more than enough time to know if a game, you know, is for you or not. Ghetto God, you're saying you'd be flattered. Means you're important enough to be a main talking point on the chat. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I do appreciate it from that sense. You didn't fold, MBG. You realize that PlayStation isn't going to reverse the decision, so you're expanding your horizons. That isn't folding in my book. That's realizing you have more options. So I appreciate that. I'm glad you see that, Blast. Yeah, I mean, some people don't. I mean, I understand I was very intense with the way I drew the lines in the sand. And so I don't, like I said, I don't blame anybody for pointing that out. But I just don't. The thing, ultimately, what it boils down to, just to simplify it, is I don't appreciate when people think that I'm coming from a place of ill will. Like I have bad, unpure intentions. It's like, I assure you it's not that. Like I'm just here streaming, trying to make a living, on YouTube like many other people. And I'm trying to do so talking about games and being involved in the industry. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. A 2-hour window would be, a 2-hour window would be great, but you can understand why some people do exploit that a little bit. But Valve, they're a publicly traded or a privately owned company, so I think they're like kind of okay taking a little bit of a loss on that. I think if people are blatantly exploiting it, they'll stop it. They're not going to just let them keep doing it. That's why Valve got sued. It was for PC players who didn't have rigs to run games, totally different to Sony and PlayStation. I didn't know that. I didn't know those details. Interesting. I think I have a direct donation from Rich Rod. He says, X-Vault, don't be mad because you are fruity in the booty. We all know you are the bottom for Colt and... Oh, my God. Why do you keep bringing up Colt Eastwood and Jez Quarter, bro? Like, you disgust me, you hideous soy boy human being. Jesus, Rich. I don't agree with that. That's just what he said. Rich, calm down. Calm down. There's no drama. It's not that. Michael's just like, Rich is fucked up, bro. Rich is drunk. Rich came in today saying we need to get 200 memberships. Cheese, you're saying Microsoft offers 14 days and 2 hours played also because of Xbox PC. Oh. I didn't realize that Xbox had a refund policy that is very similar. That's really good, actually, on Microsoft's part. Yeah, Sony, come on, bro. I wonder if that's why one of the reasons why Sony like pulled back from PC. Rich is the right-hand man for MPG. The reason Valve has grown so much is because of their policies being so pro-consumer. Sony fails to see the value in that. Let's see how people react next gen. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think Sony does have a kind of fear of like... The thing about Sony is, and this is true for a lot of these companies, like they tend to have a kind of fear of like if they go in that more pro-consumer direction, they are going to get effed over by exploitation. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I think all you really have to do if you're Sony is like you have to, and this is probably why they won't do it because it'll cost them money. You have to get a better customer service, and that's going to cost money. That's going to be an investment, and you have to train them. Where it's just like, don't let people exploit it. Keep track of it, and if somebody seems like they're obviously taking advantage of it, then you let them know. You can't do that anymore. You're breaking the system. You're trying to ruin it for everybody. I know that's annoying because it means they have to do more, but I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see what happens. Sony's got to make some changes, though. Undoubtedly, they have to. For the sake of their own platform, man. Like, I don't see how they could go into the digital only age, and not make improvements. Michael, what in God's name are you talking about with my wife? Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I understand now. I understand. Okay, hold on. God, I have so many tabs open, man. Too many tabs. All right. PlayStation doesn't even have customer service. They have a bot AI chat messenger. Yeah. No, you didn't, Michael. You didn't. You were talking about leaving Easter eggs, and I'm like, what do you mean? But you were talking about me leaving Easter eggs somewhere in the room. Oh, like hide stuff, change stuff around. There might be something right now. There might be something right now. There isn't. Unfortunately, there isn't. All right. So, Sony announced today first look at Marvel's Wolverine limited edition PS5 bundle and accessories. Hold on. Let me... There's actually a video they released. I'm going to bring it up. Or a trailer, I should say. Hold up. I haven't watched this yet. It's short. I'm going to move my camera. This always takes too long. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm stupid. Here we go. Oh, wait, hold on. What? Wait. It exposes a portion of the... Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm going to pay for a damaged PS5 cover that exposes the internal fan. Oh, wait, is it... Oh, I don't know. Is it see-through? Oh, it's transparent. Okay. For the way it looked with this 3D animation, it looked like literally the plastic was removed. Okay, yeah, transparent makes way more sense. Bro, I'm like, what? Yeah, that would be a hazard. Transparent. Okay. Thank John. Thank. And Mateto with another super chat says, have you seen the app created by some team called Asobi, which has absolutely nothing to do with Sony and allows you to play PlayStation Plus games through the cloud on Steam Deck or any PC? Do you think Sony's going to let this app go public for everybody? I did see that. I actually, again, I had a video I made earlier, but it got all messed up in the rendering, and that was one of the topics I covered. I do think the app is cool. It's interesting that they called the app Asobi. I feel like they're baiting Sony here. This, I don't know. I mean, on one hand, if Sony doesn't do anything about it, they're going to get more people to subscribe to PS Plus Premium. So, like, if you want to use this app on the Steam Deck, you have to be a PS Plus Premium subscriber. So, Sony might look at that and be like, okay. However, I don't think they're going to. I think Sony's going to see this and they're going to be like, nope. They're going to shut it down. As far as I understand, that app Asobi, it's free right now because it's in the testing phase. But once it's out of the testing phase, it will cost money to do 4K 60 FPS. And so that, I don't know. I think that could maybe get them in some kind of trouble with Sony. Also, the fact that Sony has their own handheld. They're already selling the PS Portal and they have their own handheld coming. I think Sony's going to try to shut it down. Yeah. But it's cool. Like, it's cool that they're making it work, that it's a thing. Yeah, so Mateto, again, I really have to wonder why they would call it Asobi. All right, let me play this, though. So the silver one here, that's the adamantium one. That's exclusive for the Pro. Dude, I gotta admit, they fucking got me with this. Looks glittery and colorful. Colorful girls will love it. That's why I'm getting the cool, manly silver one. The adamantium, I have to admit, it looks fucking cool. I like it. I didn't think they were going to do this. I thought for sure they weren't going to do this. The pricing of this stuff, though. Hold on. I'll give you for those who are interested, I'll give you the pricing of it. So if you want to buy the they have an actual PS5 Slim bundle, the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition Marvel's Wolverine Battle Yellow Limited Edition bundle. Pre-orders go live for all of this stuff August 19th. It'll be $650 for the console. They're only doing a digital edition. God damn you, Sony. What the fuck? They're only doing a digital edition, those sons of bitches. The DualSense wireless controller will be $85 US. You will be able to buy the covers separately. The adamantium limited edition are exclusive for the Pro. All the different covers are $75. Again, pre-orders on August 19th. And let me bring it back up so you can see. Why? Hold on. There we go. So it's releasing the day of the game. You got a controller with Hall effects for less than $50. Now say it with me, chat. You will own nothing and be happy. Dude, Sony's so shitty for not doing a disc version of this limited edition console. Dirty work. You know what, though? If you want to buy the plates for the PS5 Pro, they are giving you a silver plate for the disc drive. So at least there's that. Nintendo users buy cardboard, PlayStation users buy plastic slabs. It's true. It's true. You know, to be honest, though, I haven't really bought too many of the different colored accessories and stuff. Wolverine is one I'll make an exception for. It'll probably be the only one or the last one. I mean, if they do like a GT, I don't know. Do you think Sony will do anything with GTA? Probably not, but I can't deny those silver Pro plates look really good. They'll probably sell out. Yeah, they did say they're limited quantity, but the GTA one will probably be pink. That'll be the girly one. But yeah, I thought when they announced Wolverine and they didn't have a collector's edition, I thought they weren't doing stuff like this. Zombie Killer, you're saying $85 for a controller that will get stick drift. The Steam controller's $99 and repairable. Not to mention the TMR sticks. Sorry, Sony, I'll pass. Yeah, I mean, the DualSense, I still like the DualSense as a controller, but there is no denying that, like, in my opinion, if they really wanted to make the DualSense 2, like, you talk about things they could do for the PS6 to actually make people care and be like, well, that feels like a good upgrade. Doing, Hall effect sticks or something like that. That would be good in my opinion. But the DualSense is known to have stick drift issues for sure. Watch scalpers grab a majority of the stock. I mean, they might. I don't know. I don't know what it was like for Ghost of Yotei. I know they did the stuff for Ghost of Yotei, and I don't know if it... I don't remember. I didn't buy any of that stuff, so I don't know if it sold out or not. The cover plates include the plate for the drive, the disc drive. Makui Ninja, you're saying pre-orders live August 19th, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Indeed. And Zombie Killer. No, I read that already. Hold on. But you're saying also the battery life on the DualSense is horrible. Steam controller 30-hour battery life. You know what's weird? The thing about the battery life in the DualSense is I've never had a problem with it. Personally. It's lasted, like, I can't remember the last time it gave me a low battery warning. Now, granted, I do have the charging station, so I just, like, place it on the charging station. That's probably why. But the battery life I'm okay with. You got stick drift on 7 DualSenses. You can barely even play. Jesus. What are you guys doing with your controllers out there? On all 7, bro? What the hell are you doing? You know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Oh, yeah, the DualSense Edge battery life is, yeah. It's definitely lower on the DualSense Edge. You have a 4,000 milliamp in all your DualSense. You don't worry about it. Oh, wow. I guess you put that in there. You customize your DualSense. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Hold on. Yeah, I never did try the Steam controller. All right, let me. So that was the trailer that they released. Oh, keep doing that. Alrighty. Let me come back here. We are going to be talking about GTA. We have a couple of new things to talk about there. One of your controllers got stick drift like 2 weeks after buying it. You ordered new controllers from Amazon and place a return, send the broken one back every time. Damn, dude. Yikes. Quality control, what's going on? You're sure there's going to be a DualSense 2 at the PS6? I would imagine. GTA 6 AI gameplay is everywhere? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's so weird looking, too. You held the Steam controller. It's cool, but it's really big. Reminds you of the first Joy-Con adapters with more buttons. That is crazy. In some parts of Europe, the Steam controller costs €200. Did you see the YouTube monetization requirements starting January 2027? I did. Yeah. They're raising the requirements. So it's going to be harder to get your YouTube channel monetized. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about GTA. First and foremost, the single biggest game on the horizon is GTA 6, and while it's certainly stirred up some controversy in the run-up to launch, it seems many are willing to spend big on it. Strauss Zelnick, CEO of Rockstar's parent company Take-Two Interactive, has not only said that pre-orders are exceptional so far, but it seems the majority are opting for the most expensive version of GTA 6. In a recent clip that came from an interview with CNBC, Zelnick says pre-orders for the game are skewing more towards the premium edition, which is fairly plain to see if you check out the best-selling pre-orders on the PlayStation Store. The GTA 6 Ultimate Edition, which retails for $100, is tracking higher than the $80 standard edition. Zelnick suggests this trend may indicate, quote, the most avid consumers are the ones who are pre-ordering. End quote. So, are we surprised by this? I'm not, personally. We have 2 super chats from Wabu Dude. He says, "Hey, BG, I've noticed a prevailing sentiment that Sony's decision to discontinue physical games is causing people to switch to PC gaming. However, I'm curious why a fan of physical media would choose a predominantly digital platform like PC instead of considering Nintendo, which has for the most part prioritized physical media. I'd love to hear your thoughts and everyone else's on this matter, as well as your reasoning behind opting for PC gaming over Nintendo." It's a good question, Wabu Dude. And I think, well, I don't know if I can answer for anybody else out there, but for me personally, and I'm not switching to PC. I am going to actually be getting a Switch 2 at some point. I don't know when exactly, but I'm going to. I want to play the Duskbloods, and I imagine myself amassing a little bit of a physical collection for the Switch. It's really weird to think, actually, that if I were to get a Switch 2 within the next year and a half, after 2028, there's going to be physical versions of Switch 2 games for third parties, and that's the only physical version that exists. That is crazy. Like, I don't know that I really sat down and thought about that until just now. That is weird. Like, that's weird because that, I don't know. I don't know how that would influence me. But here's my main thing, though, Wobby Dude. The thing about the Switch 2 is I have had no experience with it. And I haven't been following it that closely. So when it comes to like my perception of third-party games on the Switch 2, again, this might be an ignorant perception. My perception is if I were to decide I'm going to make the Switch 2 the primary place I play third-party games, there's 2 major downfalls here for me. Number 1 is the performance and the visuals. Knowing that the Switch 2 is significantly less performative than the PlayStation 5, the Xbox consoles, and my PC currently, that is a major turnoff, where it feels like I'd have to go backwards. So, like, if there was a third-party game that came out and it was the only way to get the physical version, something does give me pause, and it's like, I'm going to have to play this game at 30 frames, I'm going to have to make massive compromises. So it kind of almost like, it starts to kind of cross out the idea of like, well, there is a physical version. So it starts to like question like the level of compromise I'm willing to make here, over just purely just to have a physical game. And also with knowing that for a lot of those third-party games, the full game might not be on the cartridge. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Cheese. It is similar to that. And like, there's just this desire where it's like, I kind of want it to be better. So there's that, but there's this, and this is the bigger thing. This is the bigger one. So even if I were to say, you know what, I think I'm going to make the Switch 2 my main platform so I can continue to get physical games and build a physical games collection. There are so many third-party games, as far as I can tell. Again, please correct me if I'm wrong on this. Please correct me. It seems like there are a lot of Switch 2 games or third-party games that they either don't have a Switch 2 version or the Switch 2 version comes much later. Am I wrong about that? And that makes me very uncomfortable, where it's like, there's too many compromises that have to be made that I'm not willing to make. Like, I love physical games. Trust me, I love physical games. But that's too much. That's too much. Prince, why are you calling Titus unhinged? What is going on? Titus is like, please stop. Prince, stop being chaotic. Stop being chaotic. You bothering Lady Gamer? Stop it. Going to Switch 2 is like going back to the PS4. I mean, and that's not like the worst thing in the world, but that's the thing. Like, you're not going to get all the games, right? Am I correct about that? I don't see anybody responding to that. Chat drama. Oh, geez. Not the chat drama. Oh wait, did you ban Prince? Did you ban him? Y'all are called ponies for a reason. Wait, what? Multi-platform gamer. Time to redo the logo. MPG. Oh man, MPG. Oh, just for 30 minutes. Damn. See, Prince, you gotta calm the fuck down, bro. I know he's still watching. Calm down. MPG. Well, if he wasn't listening, that's fair. That's fair. Prince, you gotta calm down. All right. Geez, you're saying Google took the Lord of the Rings collection from owners in the latest digital removal. Why? Licensing, right? It's because of license. This is what I'm saying. This is why, like, this shit does happen. It doesn't happen usually en masse and doesn't happen all the time, but it happens enough to where it's like, it's one of those things where it's like you won't care about it until it happens to you. And then when it happens to you, you're like, hey, yo, what? What is this? We went from MBG Live back to PXP. Yeah, I can't decide on what to, like, I'm thinking about, I'm going to rename my podcast Press Hat. No, I'm going to rename it the Hatcast. The Hatcast. How's that? Like that? Yo, Ghetto God. Get working on that new logo for the podcast. The cat. I'm not going to call it the Capcast because that implies I'm lying. I'm lying about things. I'm not calling it that. Please don't. Irfan, why? Irfan, are you new here, bro? If you've been following me for years, you know I've messed around with stuff constantly. Although I will say this year I've kept it mostly the same. This year I've been I haven't really made many changes, but Press Box Podcast. MBG No Cap. These names write themselves. Oh my god, the No Cap Cast. It's too loaded. It's too loaded. Press Cap Cast. Stop. No, we're not using the term cap. It's got to be hat. Hat. Hatcast. See, Blast gets it. You want Arnold back? Dude, okay, so listen. A little bit of a problem with the emojis. I don't know why. And I didn't know this could happen. So for those who don't know how the emojis work on YouTube, basically the more members you get, there's like thresholds, and the higher you go, you unlock more emojis. Okay. If I go to, I'll go check it right now. If I go to my YouTube studio and I go check on my emojis, apparently if you go down a certain amount of members, and then you remove an emoji, and if you want, and if you go to replace it, it'll lock it again. So yeah, if I was able to add Mark Cerny back, but I realized, oh wait, Arnold's not there. Can't add him back. It says I need 15 more members to unlock my 30th emoji. That's what it says right now. As you gain more members, you can upload and share even more emojis. 30th emoji locked. 15 more members needed. So, didn't realize if you remove them, it'll actually, like, if you're not at the threshold that needs to be met. Are you kidding me? That was the surprise? You're kidding. Phantom Blade Zero Fortnite skin confirmed. Surprise. No fucking way. Please tell me you're joking. Please tell me you're joking. And Hellbound 1981. Another legend. Speaking of Arnold, he comes in and drops 5 more member gifts. He welcomes 5 more to the Hat family. He wants a member train. He wants it. Let's get a 5 train going, guys. Let's get that 5 train. Let's hit the goal. Let's unlock the emojis. Let's feed the beast. Okay? What's on my hat? MBG, that's fake. It fucking better be. Dude, there's no way that's the surprise. Surprise, we got a Fortnite skin. Oh, man. It sounds kind of believable. No! No, he is not my daddy. It's the other way around. It's not a meme. It's just real. Okay, I wear a hat. I've always worn a hat. The hat has defined my time. I don't mind being called Hat Guy. Hat Man. Hat Bro. Don't call me Hat Bro. I don't like. You can call me that if you want. I'm not ashamed of the hat. I wear the hat with pride. They love the Hat Guy. I can't stop. Dude, my autism. I can't stop doing this to my hat. The hat is becoming a problem. MBG wears a hat when he goes swimming. I shower with the hat. All right. We'll talk. We're still talking about GTA, just getting a little off topic here. Pushing polygons. It's a hat. Wait, you're telling me Billy Cock is a hat synonym? Oh, right. Oh, Billy Cock hat. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. No. No. Absolutely not. Don't ban me again. I'm banning you now. You're getting banned right now. I'm just kidding. Stop it, Cheese. I wear a hat because I like wearing a hat. Not hiding anything. I have nothing to hide. I asked the barber to trim my hat. Yeah. No, don't clip that, Ghetto God. See, stop. Everybody stop. I did not see that, Diego. All right. GTA 6, the gameplay leak. Notice the new hat badges. What color is mine? Hard to see the MBG brand on mine. I did the best. It's silver. So the last 3 hats you can unlock are bronze, silver, and gold. Gold is the final one. So yours is silver as an arcane. I'm sorry, it's a little bit difficult to read, but I don't know if there'd be a way to, like, give it better clarity. Titus, what did you send? Whatever message you tried sending through, it didn't come through. YouTube blocked you. So you don't have to worry. I don't see anything. Wait, I may have started something that snowballed. You're a little terrified? What are you? Okay. Creeping me out. Creeping me out, Titus. Johnny Hat Live. Johnny Hat? Johnny Hat Live. I just don't know how drastically I want to change things. You know, I don't like the whole reason I pulled back on the last one I did was because I don't want to give the wrong impression. I think sometimes with some of the changes I'm making, I think people are reading it the wrong way. So I'm trying to just I'm going to do it slowly, one step at a time. But Rich Rod with the $2 chat says, everyone refer to me as Hardcore Dick Rod from now on. Rich, why would you ask for that? Like, why would you ask for that? I mean, that's fine, I guess. I'm not referring to you as that. I'm not. Everyone else can. I'm not. Brando of Doom says PS will be looking for the disc under your hat. The next time I do a dome reveal, I only do it like once a year. I'm gonna have a bunch of discs under, and when I pull my hat off, they're all gonna just like explode out. Stupid. What is that train noise? Michael Wernick, you uncultured swine. That actually is the summoning sound from the Dark Souls series. Michael's like, well, I walked right into that one. Shadowlink with a $2 chat says, Steel Ramrod 908. I mean, it's better. It's better. This is the GTA gameplay leak, by the way. You guys happy? You happy? Stop. What are you doing? What do you mean you clipped it? What are you doing? Sons of bitches. I need to, dude, I'm gonna put my hat backwards. I'm putting the hat backwards because I can't stop touching it. I'm getting a little worried. Something ain't right. What are y'all doing to me? Oh, God. Now I'm going to touch my eyebrows. I need a fidget spinner. That's my Fred Durst. There you go. There you go. Now I'm just going to keep doing this. I need a fidget spinner. It's official. All right. You think Prince left? I think he was on timeout for 30 minutes. I am uncultured. Show me the way, MBG. You know who's culturing themselves right now? I don't know if they're here in the stream, but Mr. Hamster doing their first playthrough of Dark Souls. Cheese, you're saying MBG missing out on the money. You should monetize the cap removal every stream, 200 members. I would, but I don't think people want that. I just don't think it's going to work the way you think, you know? I mean, dude, if I could get 100 members every stream, I'd fucking throw my hat off. I'd get up every time we hit 100. I'd get up and aggressively throw my hat at the fucking wall or the door. Okay? I would do that. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think people want to pay 100 members every stream. Maybe like once. God knows the stupid shit we could think of doing. Every stream, something stupid as shit to bring in the donos. Got to be careful though, because once you get locked into that, once you get trapped into it, it ain't ever gonna stop. I would still do the reps, but I can't. Like I can't even work out anymore, bro. It's bad. If it doesn't work, you don't remove it. That's how goals work. I know. But yes, GTA. Guys, we have a leak. Somebody mentioned this to me yesterday, and I wanted to go over it because I'm curious what you guys think of it. My God, that screen's really bright. It comes from Hip Hop Gamer. Now, I don't know. Hip Hop Gamer, he sometimes seems to get things right. He seems to have industry connections that will leave you feeling like, how is that even possible? Apparently, this man took a picture with Strauss Zelnick. I don't know what's going on. He has the connections. But he gave details on, to an extent, of what we can expect with GTA 6 gameplay. And I'm going to read what is said here. All right. Now, we're going to find out very soon if this is true or not because we're getting the extended look. But GTA 6 Hip Hop Gamer, from the, take it with a grain of salt, but he did, this is from an interview on July 6th. He says, gameplay supposedly feels completely different from previous GTAs due to AI, immersion, and new interaction systems. Stealing, entering/exiting cars, and gameplay inside vehicles are significantly more intricate. Jason and Lucia can work together during gameplay, not just switch between characters. The world is extremely reactive. He says, quote, what happens around you creates new control you haven't experienced yet, end quote. Controls/responsiveness are supposedly good enough to appeal to competitive/esports players. That's super interesting to me. That is super, super interesting to me because we were talking yesterday about how one of the weaker parts of GTA 5 is it just doesn't, the controls aren't tight enough, in my opinion. The shooting mechanics aren't good enough. So the idea that it's actually going to feel so good, supposedly, the control and the responsiveness, it's going to, there might be a competitive scene. I'm like, okay, that has my attention. Big time. That's probably, for me, that might be that and the new level of immersion, but that really appeals to me. So we're going to find out if this is true or not. He hints that Rockstar and Take-Two, some of the patents that they put out there reveal some of the technology that's being used. Fortnite-style shooting. GTA 6 wasn't just made for games. Its technology is intended for film and TV applications as well. Future user-generated content could allow for entire branded storylines/movie campaigns that change the GTA 6 world beyond what we've seen in Fortnite. Says the game has, and he adds this at the end, the game has major PS5 DualSense and PS5 Pro features, comparing aspects of it to Astrobot's controller or DualSense integration. So, I don't know, man. I mean, this is where I kind of believe what's being said here. I kind of believe it. I mean, I know we're expecting big changes with GTA 6, but it really, I've had this vision in my mind for GTA 6 for a long time that like the gameplay is going to be revolutionary. Not just like, oh, the shooting mechanics or anything. Not like that. I just mean like the entire package. I mean, that's why he talks about like a new level of immersion that we just haven't seen before. This is what I'm expecting with this game. I'm expecting it to truly like blow people away. And it's like, essentially like there is nothing that comes even remotely close to it. And again, I don't know if Hip Hop Gamer, I don't know how, reliable he is as a source, but I believe it. I believe it, man. And it's interesting because I guess we're so close to the actual gameplay reveal now that we're going to find out if what he's saying here is true or not. You don't think Online 2 is going to release when PC Or you think it's going to release when PC versions launch? It'll have more of the user-generated content. Yeah, Jason Schreier did say that Take-Two Interactive has no plans to talk about GTA Online 2 anytime soon. Anytime soon. So, considering how close we are to the launch, I think it's more than safe to say GTA Online 2 is going to be something down the line, something separate, and I'm not surprised by that. I'm curious to see how deep they go with the user-generated content because, yeah, that's something that obviously it exists on the PC side, but I'm under the impression that Take-Two Interactive and Rockstar, they want GTA Online to become like a metaverse type thing. You know, they want it to be its own platform. And I think they're going to succeed with that. I think if there's any game that has the ability to achieve a new level of, like, basically reach a new height of, like, you're going to live in this world. You're going to create in this world. Like, you're not going to play anything else. You're not going to go anywhere else. This is it. I think it's probably GTA. More so than Fortnite. More so than Roblox. I think it'll be GTA. And I'm so curious about that because the entire game is being built around that concept. And when you consider how cutting edge, like, the technology in this game is going to be, you know, based off of what our expectations are, I don't know, man. I think that they have, it's going to be an interesting ride. What's going to happen to other gaming companies after GTA if they don't meet that level of quality? I mean, that's why I keep calling GTA 6 an anomaly. There's nothing is supposed to try to chase GTA 6. It'd be like chasing a dragon, you know? And yeah, that's true. Like, companies still do fine after Red Dead 2. But yeah, GTA 6 is going to raise the bar. I think, like, GTA 6 is going to be so impressive that it's like, oh, you thought Red Dead 2 was impressive? Wait till you see. This is going to make Red Dead, like, yeah, GTA 6 is going to make Red Dead definitely look like a last-gen game. And I think that's saying something. Consoles won't have the memory for some of the things people want to do on PC? Probably. I didn't think about that, though. The idea of wanting to simultaneously release GTA Online for PC and console. There's got to be some level of user-generated content on console, though. There has to be, considering that's where most of their player base is. They will still call it GTA Online? Yeah, they will. I think they're going to sell it separately. I don't think they're going to do it the same way, man. Aiden Ross wants to make it where you make real money in GTA 6. I'm on board with that. I want to make real money in GTA 6. I will become a GTA 6 streamer if I can make money on GTA 6. Maybe I'll become a game dev for GTA 6. Because, like, that's kind of how it's going to work, right? Like, you're going to be able to make your own games inside of the GTA 6 universe or the GTA Online 2 universe. And I'll make, I don't know. I'll try to think of a really creative game. And it'll become one of the most played GTA Online games out there. Cops and Robbers, there you go. Games like these have made me very picky, and I don't just jump into any game anymore. Yeah, well, that's what they do. That's what they do. Modding isn't for everyone, but it's going to be impressive and hyped for years with GTA 6. Absolutely. GTA 6, I mean, dude, it's a platform launch. I know, like, GTA 6 is the single player, but it's a platform launch for sure. You're getting the characters, you're getting the world, you're getting a story, but every just remove the story aspect from GTA 6 and just look at everything that is going to be there. That's the foundation. That's the foundation of the new platform that they're going to build off of. And we have Sean Mitchell with a 10-pound super chat. Thank you for that, buddy. He says, the Netflix deal has confused me ever since it was announced. I get why they've done the deal, but is there a world where Netflix announces it will come to their game section to stream in the future? Yeah. Yeah. I think there is. I don't think it's anytime soon, but I think that will happen at some point. Um, I mean, truthfully, the sky is the limit for GTA 6. I think that if you listen to what Take-Two CEO was saying, he's saying how in the next 3 years he thinks the main way people are going to be gaming is through cloud, right? He has this. He talks about the ambition that they have for GTA 6 and the new platform that will be eventually GTA Online. I mean, he doesn't really refer to it that way, but he's very much setting it up. Where like, because keep in mind, GTA Online has a subscription service inside of it with GTA Plus. I think that the main platform for GTA 6 and GTA Online will still be PlayStation, but as we move forward, I think, yeah, I could see Take-Two really trying to push the GTA, specifically the GTA Online platform, the second version of it, or the updated version with the GTA, Vice City, the new version of Vice City. That's going to be pushed everywhere. Like they're probably going to want to try to get it on mobile. I don't know if that'll be possible. Like mobile through streaming. They want it on all devices. They want it everywhere. So that's why I think you're seeing this major emphasis on streaming. And yes, now that Netflix, I mean, you can stream games on Netflix as far as I'm aware. It's becoming, you see what Amazon's doing with like Luna and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that they want a piece of that pie. Switch as well. But I think they're just starting, where they should be, which is start on PlayStation, start on Xbox, and then build from there. GTA 7 is probably never happening. I don't want to say never, but I mean, dude, GTA 7 is probably like 25 years from now. I hate that cloud could be the future for a certain tier of the gaming landscape. I mean, it depends. I don't know that I hate it. It does make me a little bit uncomfortable. I hate it if it doesn't work right. I don't mind it as an option. Like if it's like that's what will allow people to enter, it's either this lets you get in or you're just out. I don't mind that. But I think the problem is it's not even that. I think what you're referring to, Titus, is the implication or the underlying implication that they want to push this on everybody, the cloud feature, because it's like you will own nothing and be happy, and you're not even like renting at that point. I don't even know what you're doing. Where you know what I'm saying? Where you have literally no control. You're just at the mercy of streaming from their center, from their servers. But I don't know that that's going to happen. Because even if you just like look at something like Steam, where it is a digital only ecosystem, people still buy their games. Like, yes, you are renting the license technically, but I don't know, man. I mean, at the rate we're going, to be honest, I don't. The question we have to ask ourselves is how much game ownership is really going to matter to the wider market. We should ask ourselves right now, does game ownership matter to the wider market as it stands? The answer is no. And so, I mean, I don't want to like rehash the conversation, but this is just one of those things where it's like Steam is the proof that if you offer a good enough service and good enough, if you make the customer feel comfortable enough in your ecosystem, ownership isn't really a thing. It doesn't have to be a thing. You just have to make people feel comfortable that, the ability to access it will remain. And so, cloud gaming is like the next evolution of that. Netflix, Amazon, HBO, and Disney Plus may be the future platforms for games like GeForce Now. They have the ability and data centers because of their services. I mean, it's crazy to think how drastically some things could change due to the potential proliferation of cloud gaming. It could completely change the landscape, but I don't think we're there yet. I mean, Strauss Zelnick, he said in 3 years, I don't think it's going to be 3 years. I mean, it could be. Who knows? At the rate things are going with hardware, it could be. But that's a bit bullish. MBG, we are the hardcore. If it gets too expensive and it's almost as good on cloud, yeah, I think the lowest tier goes to the cloud. I mean, yeah. That's the thing. Like, if cloud streaming can become just almost as good, like negligible. The difference is truly negligible between, like, here's what you're getting if you want to stream GTA 6 through your TV and you just connect your controller, I guess via Bluetooth or something. Would it be Bluetooth? How can you connect the DualSense and Xbox controllers to your TVs? You can do that, right? Is that done through? I'm asking because I've never done it. Yeah, you can. It's via Bluetooth. Okay. And you can use it to play games or apps like xCloud gaming. Okay. So yeah, I mean it's already kind of set up. So if you have good enough internet, you have a controller, I mean you're really just removing the hardware, you know? And if the streaming service can offer, you know, low latency cloud streaming for something like GTA 6, where the difference is negligible as long as you have a good enough internet connection, you could definitely see people being like, yeah, I'm not gonna spend $800. I'm gonna save that $800. For people like us, I think it sounds crazy because it's like, what do you mean? Like to me, it sounds kind of crazy. Like, no, I need to have the hardware, but maybe not. I mean, dude, like, question: GeForce Now. Is Gears of War E-Day going to be available on that? Because I'd be curious to see how I'd be willing to test GeForce Now to try out Gears of War E-Day, because I got to try it natively on my hardware and see what the actual difference is. See if I can notice a difference in the visuals, but also the latency. So there's a genuine, you know, I think there's a genuine cause for potential concern. Holy shit, Strauss Zelnick is jacked. What the hell? He's like ripped. He's got it all. He's got it all. He's winning. That man is winning. It's a nice option, but our infrastructure isn't there yet. Yeah, I don't think it's there yet either. Game Pass, all Game Pass games are on it. Okay. Yeah, I might try it out just for shits and giggles, just to see, like, where, you know, how it fares. Still wonder what Gears of War E-Day looks like on the Series X. You will have relative and absolute poverty in gamers. They don't want, one, they don't want to spend money. Two, they legit can't because they don't have to. Well, things are definitely headed in a specific direction right now. Things are definitely headed in a direction where I don't think anybody would deny the possibility at this point of hardware becoming significantly less relevant over the next 3 to 5 years. If, you know, again, based on the trajectory we're on right now. Things can change, things will change, but yeah, I'll have to go check that out. Digital Foundry talked about it. I'll have to go check it out. Yeah, that's GeForce Now caps your game time per month. I think it's like 100 hours or something like that, which is it's a pretty. I mean, I don't know. I guess. See, that's the thing though. Like, if you're like the most hardcore gamer that's putting like way more than 100 hours in a month, I feel like cloud streaming is not going to be the thing you're gravitating towards naturally, you know? This is literally enclosure. Read the tragedy of the commons on digital hardware. Then we pay rent forever. Well, you know, Titus, some say we are a prisoner of the earth. You know, we're already enclosed. You know, the body is a prison. So, you know, I guess what I'm saying is, like, if you look at it from that perspective, everything else kind of looks like, well, that's not too bad. It's kind of used to it, you know? It's what I expect. Calm down. It's too early. Haven't even been streaming for an hour and a half yet. Anyone playing 100 hours a month needs to go outside. I need to go outside. 100 hours a month. I'm trying to, like, gauge how much that actually is. I mean, there are definitely times I game more than 100 hours a month, for sure. But it's probably not every month. Certainly not every month. It depends on, like, what games I'm playing that month. Because sometimes there are games where I just, like, kind of lose myself in them and I don't realize how much time I'm racking up with them. You know what, though? You would have to work at that to go over 100-hour limit. You would have to work at that. That's not something that would happen easily, the more I think about it. So that's not too bad. Lord of the Rings War in the North just got a PS4 port from Aspyr and WB Games. The PS2 Lord of the Rings games are on the table, people. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go look at this. I don't think I ever played that one. War in the North. Oh, yeah. You're right. Draw swords together for Middle Earth. Lord of the Rings War of the North Legacy Edition brings co-op action to PS5 today. Oh, shit. They just... So is this actually good? It's $20. 4K 60 FPS. Hold on, let me bring this up. So this is just literally released.
An ancient evil has arisen from the shadows. Sauron gathers power. His malice inflames those who follow him. Against this rising shadow stand those who do not seek glory. Those who fight to stem the onslaught. To protect their people.
Online co-op.
Lands.
Solo optimized.
And all of Middle-earth.
Legacy Edition. So I played like the Two Towers and Return of the King, but I never played this one. There you go. Shadow Drop. Wasn't expecting that. All right, let me come back to the chat here. MBG on the streaming front. I know in some places up in Vermont and here in the DC metro area, we now have access to 5 gigabit. And in some places I'm seeing as high as 8 gigabit out west. Damn. Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the direction things are going in, right? Would be sick if it was if the PS2 ones were remastered. Yeah, those are the Lord of the Ring games I think of with like earlier PlayStation consoles. I remember the Two Towers in particular was really good. I was like addicted to that game as a kid. What's wrong with Aspire? I don't think anything is wrong with them. I just think that they've had some issues before. Like they basically got kicked off the KOTOR remake. So, but I mean, this is a port. It's a port job. I don't know that it would be too difficult. I don't think it's too much for them to take on. But yeah, we'll find out about GTA 6 soon. Won't have to wait much longer. Hold on, let me get rid of. I have way too many tabs open. I gotta close some of them. Okay. And Irfan, you sent me a couple of things. 1 hour ago, Marvel's Wolverine fully playable on disc when it releases, Insomniac clarifies, perhaps making it one of the last few PlayStation games that will be. Okay. New Marvel Spider-Man 3 IMDb page lists Brian Intihar and Ryan Smith as directors and marks the game as in production. Interesting. It's interesting that Brian Intihar is directing it. I mean, he was the director of Spider-Man 2, and some people were not entirely happy with Spider-Man 2. But it seems like they have two directors now. So Brian Intihar and who's the other guy? Ryan Smith. I'm not familiar with him. Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker. Okay. I mean, I would assume Spider-Man 3 is like probably a 2028, 2029 game. If the Venom game is real, the Venom game will come first, then Spider-Man 3. Phantom Blade Zero and Fortnite collab now in Gaming Leaks. We're going to talk about the Max Payne remakes in just a moment. My God, please don't tell me. Don't tell me this is actually the Phantom Blade Zero surprise announcement for tomorrow's potentially a Fortnite collab. No. Nope. That's one of the battle passes of all time. FN data miners have found strings related to the collaboration, includes a soul skin. I mean, come on, man. How could it not be a demo? Unless, listen, the only thing that would make sense to me is if their surprise on their own is, yeah, here's a Fortnite collab, guys, which for them is probably a massive deal. But if they're still doing the state of play, maybe that's when they would drop the demo. Maybe next month. Yeah. Them doing a Fortnite collab is undoubtedly huge for them. Undoubtedly. Yeah. Well, I guess I just feel a little bit jealous, or not jealous, but like antsy, because it's like they've promised a demo before, and I'm like, I want to play the game. I want to try it. I want to play a demo. I want to play a demo. Gamescom, perhaps. But talking about Max Payne remakes, the cult following for the OG Max Payne games is still quite sizable. People have wanted remakes for years. A recent Remedy Entertainment report highlighted that the remake projects are both still happening, but not much else can currently be said about them. Remedy is known for its key IPs like Alan Wake, Control, and Max Payne 1 and 2. The latter's third game was handled by Rockstar Games, but remakes of the first two Remedy games are happening, and there's been a minor update. Before going any further, consider downloading the free Insider Gaming app. Okay. Remedy's most recent financial report talked financial figures, wish list numbers, and featured public questions that wanted to know more about the remakes. Back in August of 2025, we had learned that Rockstar Games was working with Remedy on Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes. The 2026 half-year report made it clear that production is still fully underway, but Rockstar Games publishing rights mean Remedy can't talk about it right now. So during the report, one of Remedy's speakers had to say, quote, "There's a lot of questions concerning Max Payne on that game. Rockstar Games is handling the publishing side, so we can't comment on those questions." So you're probably not going to hear anything about this until sometime next year, but it does seem to be pretty much confirmed that the game is in some type of full production. Like, Remedy is probably working on it. I mean, they're finishing up Control Resonance, pretty much done. But yeah, I mean, the Max Payne remakes, here's the thing. Max Payne 3, in my opinion, is one of the greatest games ever made. Probably the best shooter ever made. Max Payne 3 is the best third-person shooter game ever made. And I wonder, I know Rockstar's working with Remedy, but clearly Rockstar's not going to develop it. They're just publishing it. I have to wonder if Remedy's going to take any cues from what Rockstar did with Max Payne 3. I do have to wonder, because I think Max Payne 1 and 2 probably hold up pretty well, but I don't know, man. Max Payne 3, it doesn't get any better than that. But I'm really excited, because if there's any games that actually deserve to be remade, and if I understand they're taking the first game and the second game and they're combining them into one big remake, I think that this is going to be awesome. Here's the thing, though, and I mention this every time we talk about the Max Payne remakes. James McCaffrey, the voice of Max Payne, he passed away a couple of years ago. So you think Max Payne 3's story was terrible compared to the first two? I mean, I get that. You could tell it was not Remedy doing the storytelling, but I did like the story. It felt... I mean, you could kind of get the vibe that they wanted to take it in a different direction. I still enjoyed the story, but I mean, was it as good? I don't know. Probably not. It's different. Yeah, it's different. But that's why I think getting the remakes of the first two games would be great. Ivory Uncut, you're saying Max Payne 1 and 2 with Max Payne 3 shooting mechanics would be insane. I agree. I mean, they'd have to do a lot of work to make that work, but that would be awesome, man. Went from Noir to Die Hard. Yeah, it was different. I mean, they had like callbacks. They had certain like flashback sequences, certain missions in Max Payne 3 to make it feel more like the originals, but it did kind of make you miss that a bit. Max Payne 1 and 2 remake. I mean, this has the potential. I don't know if it'll be coming out next year, but it has the potential, I think, to be one of the bigger and better remakes we ever get. And these are games that are pretty old at this point, man. Like, these are games that they do need to kind of be brought forward. And I think it's really cool that Remedy and Rockstar are working together, because I don't think Rockstar is ever going to make Max Payne 4. I mean, I don't want to say they never will, but it seems super unlikely that they ever would. In fact, what would probably happen is if the Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes go well, Rockstar would probably... See, if I understand correctly, Remedy doesn't own the Max Payne rights anymore. Pretty sure Rockstar owns it. Yeah, Take-Two Interactive owns the Max Payne franchise via its publishing label, Rockstar Games. So what would probably happen, if I had to guess, what would probably happen is if the Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes do really well, and Remedy was like, would you guys want to let us make a Max Payne 4 and publish it? I think they would. And that would be really, really interesting, because, again, I think it was Dan Houser who wrote Max Payne 3. So even, I think, like, a lot of the people who are involved with Max Payne 3, they're not really there at Rockstar anymore. So it would be really cool if that's how we ended up getting a continuation. Or maybe they would reboot it or something. Or maybe they would... I don't know. I mean, if you look at the way Max Payne 3 ends, it would be... I'm really not sure how they would continue it. I guess they could. maybe Rockstar would let them retcon the third game, which would be an interesting choice. But dude, I don't know. The gameplay of Max Payne 3 was so good. I love the story, and I'm genuinely depressed at the idea that James McCaffrey can't do the voice of Max Payne now, though. Unless they have some kind of like agreement where they're going to use AI and his family and estate or whatever were like cool with that. I don't know if they would do that, but he is the voice of Max Payne. And I don't think they'll keep maybe they could just keep the original lines he recorded for the first 2 games. Maybe they won't deviate enough. You know, they'll be able to retain that. But I think at some point we're eventually going to hear Max Payne, and it's not going to be James McCaffrey. I'm like, damn. Max Payne 1 with Sam Lake. Rockstar lets Remedy make Max Payne 4 if things go well. That's that there is a story for Max still. Maybe a prequel or something? Yeah. It's really difficult to determine what direction Max Payne 4 would go in. They'd 100% retcon if Remedy had a choice. I think they would too. I just don't know if Rockstar would be cool with that. Like, what do you mean you want to retcon it? Like, yeah, I don't know. That's not going to happen. Max Payne 3 story is very intelligent, even if it's different. I think it was handled well. I can't understand. It had a very different vibe. But I don't know. Max Payne 3 story was just... You know, one of the cooler things about Max Payne 3 that like nobody talks about, it had a good multiplayer, bro. Max Payne 3's multiplayer was addicting as hell, and I loved it. And that was during that era of like tacked on multiplayer games where like they weren't live service games, but they were kind of this hybrid. They were in the middle. And that's kind of how Max Payne 3's multiplayer was handled, and I loved it. Wicked Snake, you played it too? Rockstar don't care about Max Payne though. That's right. That's why Remedy offered to make it and pitched it. Yeah, I mean, you almost have to wonder if they'd be willing to sell the IP back to Remedy. Kind of like what happened with Microsoft and Remedy with Alan Wake. I wonder if they'd be willing to do something like that. Maybe they could do a prequel to Max Payne 3. Seems like it'd be kind of tough. Yeah, dude, that was the craziest thing about the Max Payne 3 multiplayer is they made the bullet time work. I'm like, that's crazy. I don't know how they did it, but it was so fun, man. I missed that game. I had so much fun. Great memories. Great memories. That was another game my cousin liked to play, too. We played that multiplayer a lot prior to GTA 5 coming out. Good shit. But in the prequel, he'd be happy. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I really feel like the only way you could do Max Payne 4 is one of two things. You either retcon the third game and basically do a completely different continuation after the sequel, or the second game, or you do like old man Max Payne, you know, where it's like it's after the events, like sometime after the events of Max Payne 3, and he gets like, you know, he just comes, something's going on again. Does Rockstar care about Bully? I don't think so. Max was doing nothing for a long time before Max Payne 3. Oh yeah, the Max Payne 3 soundtrack was done by Health. Yeah, they had a great soundtrack too. There were a lot of great things about Max Payne 3, man. They don't make them like they used to. Max Payne 4, the golden years, geriatric Max Payne. They're gonna have a broken bone mechanic where basically every time you do bullet time, you're gonna suffer some type of damage, and it's gonna have like a, it's gonna show you on screen like which bones you cracked and fractured, and it'll affect your movement throughout the remainder of the level. So you have like the mechanic basically is like you have to really only use bullet time when it's completely necessary. Wheelchair bullet time. Wheelchair bullet time. Hell yeah, dude. I'd be down for that. Let's go. Well, we'll see what happens, but he comes back to New York, old, the mob remembers and tries to kill him. Oh, that'd be an interesting. The problem with doing an older Max Payne is kind of what we're joking about. Like, he's like, even if you play something like Max Payne 3, like, no, what is he in, like his late 40s or early 50s at that time or something? No human being is moving like that, you know? I mean, it's a game, it's not real, but there's like, I don't know. Fuck it. Maybe they'll just be like, yeah, he's old and he can still do that shit. Don't ask us how. I'd take it. Train a prodigy or something like that. Make him a sad dad. But kind of already is. Already is. Well, we'll see. Been waiting to see those. If we do, I think the reveal of the Max Payne remakes will happen next year. It could happen at the Game Awards, but I'm thinking next year, sometime next year, and I think it'll be a 2028 game for Remedy. But they've been working on it, I think, for a little while. It's interesting though. I didn't. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I didn't realize Rockstar was in the one who was in control of the marketing beats for it. Thoughts on Control Resonant versus Intergalactic? Oh, I don't know. I mean, Control Resonant looks amazing. I don't know how comparable they'll be. Well, Control Resonant is melee based. Intergalactic is also going to be melee based. So I guess from that perspective, they are comparable. I got to see Intergalactic, though. I got to see the gameplay and be able to compare it. But from what I've seen of Control Resonant, it looks really good. Looks really, really good. Hold on one second, guys. All right. Sorry about that. Rambo was retired until he wasn't. That's true. That's true. Remedy have the engine for it. Well, I have no idea what's going on with Intergalactic, man. I don't know. I have my opinions, and my opinion of Intergalactic it oscillates, but I don't know if I'm using the right term. Oscillates. I don't know if that's the right word. It changes, but that's because we don't know anything, and it just kind of my feelings on Intergalactic. It basically depends on how I feel that day. Like today, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be that good. Like when I say that good, I just mean like I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if people are gonna take to Intergalactic as well as they took to like The Last of Us and Uncharted. I still think it'll be a quality game, but we'll see. I'm just surprised we haven't heard more of it or seen more of it and heard more about it. It's shrouded in a lot of mystery, I'd say. See something here. Huh. Wait a second. Gears of War posts, our Weekend 2 update for the Gears of War E-Day open beta is now available for download. Oh, okay. It's not out yet again. Just a little confused. It's going to have to sell damn near 10 million to break even. I mean, it's going to have to sell well. No doubt about it. I think Naughty Dog has a certain layer of insulation and protection, but it only runs so deep, They're still a studio. They're still just as susceptible, I would say, ultimately, as any other studio underneath PlayStation. I just think that they have a little bit more protection, but I think that protection's probably gone by now. Too much time has went by. Can I give you a summary? We talked a little bit about GTA. We talked about Wolverine. We just got done talking about Max Payne. I don't know. Today's stream might be a little bit on the shorter side because I'm kind of running out of things to discuss at the moment. I should have had a video out earlier. Sorry if I keep bringing that up, but it's because I'm really annoyed by that. They got product placement money. True. That is true. That is true. Fun fact, the person who did the story for Uncharted did the story for Legacy of Kain series. Oh, yeah, you're talking about Amy Hennig? Yeah. Jedi Guy, what's up, man? You're saying, hey, quick question. Have you ever tried to whack the bear in Red Dead 2? Can't figure out how to get this fool from bum rushing me and running off. I can't remember, man. It's been so long. I vaguely remember what you're talking about with the bear. There's a mission with the bear, right? I forget. I have like a vague glimpse in my mind of like the area and the mission. Cheese says shotgun. Get the shotgun. Yeah. Go for it. Shotgun. Watch Intergalactic be one of PlayStation's best games. It could be. We don't know. Don't worry, ABG. Put it out after, so at least the video goes out. I'm hoping I can. Yeah, I gotta see if it's gonna Yeah, I'm very flustered. Very flustered with my my editing software just not letting me render the video. I've never had that happen before. Intergalactic is a secret Jack game. Stop it, Titus. Stop it. Let me see what I can find here. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm just checking to see. Layoffs at Supermassive Games. They put out a statement. We have made the difficult decision to begin a redundancy consultation process, which we anticipate will result in the loss of up to 75 of our colleagues. This is a necessary step to help ensure the sustainability of the company. We know this will be an incredibly difficult time for everyone, and our priority throughout the process will be to provide support to all those impacted. Sheesh. Well, Supermassive Games is getting hit hard. Are they still working on the Dark Pictures anthology? Well, that sucks. I mean, dude, like, I think Sony and Supermassive Games, they had a little bit of a falling out after Until Dawn. Unfortunately. I even tried the dynamite on a kamikaze run, still didn't get him. That's kind of crazy. You used dynamite on the bear and you still couldn't get him? Okay. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. You're just that unlucky. Use your Deadeye and go ham on the trigger. That's devastating. Supermassive or S tier. Yeah, that sucks, man. I mean, 75, I feel like that's a lot. How big are they? Tarnish, what's up? Check out Captain Cuba's latest video on God of War Laufey. See the same thing with Sony and Ironhead? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Jeez, I'm tired today. I did not sleep well last night. What was I looking up? His latest video. Deborah Ann Woll actually revealed something huge. So it's almost like a 10-minute video, though. Didn't hear much talk about Directive 8020 either. Yeah, I didn't hear many people talking about that game. Ham, can we get a proper scary movie? What's up? If I finish out the goal right now, you technically chickened out last time. I mean, I don't like. Can I go in the other room and practice first? Or I guess I don't know. I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Have I played more Tokon? I have. I've been playing a lot of Tokon. Yeah, I'm grinding. Just okay, that's I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. That was not the soundbite I was looking for. I've been grinding like crazy on Marvel Tokon though. I'll be honest. I've been grinding like crazy, bro. So I told you guys there's a trophy to get 500 matches. 500, dude. Oh my god. And that ride or die Jedi guy,
Holy
he comes in. I got to hear it first.
Yo.
Hello, Shorty. What are you doing?
Nothing. Sitting here watching the game, smoking some bud.
Smoking some bud.
Are you all alone? What's up? What's up?
What's that? That's the best I got. What's that? Fuck, man. I'm sorry. I just did that right into my mic, bro. I'm sorry. Irfan, I'm sorry. I know I just blew out Irfan's ears. I'm worried about that guy. Sometimes I forget. Bro, why does that still live on, though? I feel like this is so old.
What the? Who's that?
Yo, pick up the phone. What's up?
What's up?
Why you make me do that, Jedi guy? You were gonna do it. He forced me into it. I didn't even agree to it. He's like, I'm gonna drop it anyway. Well, there you go. Somebody left. They're like, bro, why did he just scream into the mic like that? The volume was down? You're kidding. Oh, for you. Okay, you're saying you low. He was prepared. Irfan was prepared. You all know that originated from a Bud beer commercial? I actually didn't know that. You did it, Jedi guy. You did it. No, I appreciate that though, man. Dude, I remember when I was in school, people would not shut the fuck up with that. I do remember that. And it kind of got to a point where it's like, guys, every day, what's up? I'd be sitting in the classroom and people would just be going back and forth with it. And I'm like, okay. The drum man, I'm sorry, bro. No, but Jedi guy, thank you so much for that, man. That was very generous of you. Very kind. He dropped 20 member gifts. He hit the goal. He did it. I'll give you the soundbite. I got a "was up" soundbite.
Holy shit.
Maybe that's what I'll do. Jedi guy, if you become enough of a regular, I'll get a soundbite for you. It's the "was up." I had no idea that originated from a beer commercial, though. Are you serious? That doesn't sound right. You're telling me that didn't originate from Scary Movie? When I was in school, everyone was telling each other to suck it. All right, hold on. Let me add your. So he got us to 30 members on the day. Appreciate that, man. Hopefully my "was up" lived up to your expectations. Oh, Ray linked something here. Let me see. Oh, hold on. I gotta bring this up. Let me see. You're not kidding. This actually originated from a commercial, didn't it? Let me see.
Good yardage on the play. You know, the best part of this defense is their defensive line and their interior
Hello?
linebackers.
Hey, who? What's up? Nothing, B. Just watching the game, having a bud. What's up with you? Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud. True. True. What's up? What's up? Yo, who's that? Yo, pick up the phone. Hello? What's that? What's up?
Dude,
Yo,
what?
Yo, Duke.
Are you kidding me? It debuted at the Super Bowl.
What's that? What's that? Hold on. Hello?
Bro, this is nonsense.
So what's up, B? Watching the game, having a bud.
Dude, so hold on. This is kind of blowing my mind right now, though. You're telling me that commercial was the originator, not the other way around. Because I feel like in my mind, it's the other way around. I feel like Scary Movie was the originator, and then the Budweiser commercial was like, we're going to rip it off. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I would have never known. I feel like this. All right. Well, whoever thought of that Budweiser commercial, they've transcended. Because it's still a thing. According to Jedi Guy, it's still a thing today. I mean, I know Scary Movie is all about ripping things off, but I would have never. It parodied a commercial? No. But I guess it's true. They just released a new Scary Movie, didn't they? Right? I make that up? Pretty sure they did. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, they did. June 5th, 2026. What did they just call it? Scary Movie? Would they reboot it? Scary Movie 2026. How is it? It's got like a 64% on Fandango, 4.9 out of 10 stars on IMDb. That's I can't believe they made. I can't believe they're still making Scary Movie. This is bad. I mean, for me, like the Scary Movies, they felt like a kind of time and place thing, you know? You heard it's good? I'll probably check it out one day. Eventually. I don't watch nearly as many movies as I used to. I used to watch way more movies. That commercial was insanely huge at that time at the time. You know, it's weird because like watching it, I feel like I've seen it before. But I'm telling you, like, I saw that commercial many, many, many years ago, and I even back then, like, I was like, oh, that was from Scary Movie. But I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, new Jackass. Yeah, I was never really into Jackass. Like, there were times I watched it a little bit here and there growing up, but I never. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like it. There was some shit that made me laugh, but I could never really get into it because I just felt like this is too much. Like this is too much for me, man. That's it's crazy they're still doing that though. Like I kind of can't believe that. Oh, there's a new Jackass movie. Like what do you need to see Duke Nukem doing What's Up? Dude, are we still getting a Duke Nukem movie? You guys remember that? Apparently John Cena is set to star in a Duke Nukem movie. Let's see, Duke Nukem was up. Surprisingly, it's not showing up.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum.
I should get a Duke Nukem soundbite, bro. That's what I'm missing. My cousin loved Duke Nukem. I don't know. I never really got into Duke Nukem. But I always kind of liked them because it reminded me of my cousin. Where's that one quote of his where he's like, I don't know who you are or what you want, but if you threaten my freedom, I'll kill you. Oh, my YouTube studio crashed again. Duke Nukem is too macho even for MBG. It's true. He's too much. Dwayne, what's up, man? I'm doing pretty good. What did you miss so far? Most of the stream. Today's probably going to be a little bit on the shorter side. Just a little bit. I don't know if I think it's just me. I'm kind of like wiped out. I really didn't sleep well last night. My neck was killing me. I don't know. I don't understand why sometimes I just have days where like my neck hurts way worse than other days, but for no reason. I can't quite figure it out, but yesterday was one of those days, and the day before that. It's been the past couple of days, but I only got a couple hours of sleep last night, and I can feel it affecting me. I'm okay, but it's just I can tell my energy isn't. Wait, Rich Rod's not standing for it. Duke Nukem's too macho for even MBG. It's okay, Rich. It is true. I don't mind admitting it's true. Maybe a little too misogynistic as well. I'll tell you what, though, man. We get a Duke Nukem movie, I'm first in line to see it. Absolutely. What the hell would a Duke Nukem movie? I feel like that'd be so cursed. If John Cena plays Duke Nukem, that would be amazing. I'm telling you, that was a real thing. It's a real thing. Wait, Rich, why did you put cheese on timeout? Bro. He says, did you accidentally ban someone? I didn't ban. No. It says, Rich, I think you accidentally timed out cheese. He's driving. See, Rich, what I tell you about modding and driving, it's okay. I believe you. YouTube's been glitching out with, not glitching, but like there's a delay. I accidentally unmodded. Yeah, you're gonna have to double check that, Rich, though. Make sure you didn't like actually ban him. I accidentally unmodded Irfan yesterday, and he freaked out because he thought I was taking his mod chip away, but it was an accident. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you click somebody's name, it like the pop-up that gives you the options is on a little bit of a delay. And so you can accidentally click the wrong option. All right, cheese is good. He says no worries. I don't know. I think Prince might be gone now, though. I think he is gone. Well, no, he had a 30-minute timeout. I remember the Duke Nukem Ventrilo rant. Yep. That's the shit my cousin would send to me, man. Jedi Guy, you're saying, okay, so I have to ask, what do you think about the trailer for TMNT Last Ronin? Looks very tempting. That was the one, where did we see that revealed? Was that at Summer Game Fest? I mean, I'm not the biggest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, but The Last Ronin is probably the thing that interests me the most about TMNT. Who's making that game? I think it's oh wait, hold on. Last Ronin game. Platinum Games. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I think that was the game announced by Paramount Games. So it's like their big AAA TMNT Last Ronin coming soon. Gritty quest for vengeance in a ruined future New York City. See, that's why this does interest me. Platinum Games doing it too. That's fascinating. Mature focus based on the acclaimed graphic novel. The game targets a mature audience with a dark emotional tone rather than a lighthearted cartoon style. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I'll be paying attention to when we see more of it. Even as somebody who's not a Tarnish, you're saying, MBG, can I become a mod? Please, I'm begging you. Yes, I'm good at begging. Tarnished, I wouldn't mind modding you, but I have way too many mods at the moment. It's like mod overkill. So unfortunately, Tarnished, I can't at the moment. I don't know when the next time somebody's going to be able to become a mod, to be honest. Like multiple people are going to have to give up their mod chip for somebody else to be a mod. Because I literally can't justify anybody else. You know? There's going to be too much redundancy. Zanarkand with a $5 chat says, MBG, it says at Cheese and Chainsaws was hidden by at RichRod908. Then I did Phoenix Down at Cheese and Chainsaws and he was unhidden by Zanarkand. Blitzer Revelation. Thank you. Thank you. See, he was on it. Zanarkand was on it, bro. He Phoenix Down. Phoenix Down. I appreciate that, Zanarkand. Thank you for looking out. Rich was trying to mod while driving. Rich, stop looking at the chat while you're driving, man. Aren't you supposed to be on patrol? I mean, I appreciate it. Rich is really trying to make his... Don't say anything. Eyes on the road, man. But I appreciate that he's still trying to engage with the community while he's out on patrol. Vlund with a $2 chat says, Platinum's last TMNT game was awful. Yeah, Platinum seems to be like completely hit or miss. Like they either make a game of the year contender or they make something totally mediocre. And I don't know. I guess we'll see with this one. It's definitely an alt universe continuation that just felt 1990s authentic in a big way. He says, damn, now I'm worried about keeping the phone in my pocket. Oh, is that what the problem was? Rich, I got to ask you, man, like, are you literally on patrol when you're listening to my stream sometimes? Because that's crazy. I challenged him to a contribution duel for the mod spot. Draws MX and lightsaber in 7th form. Yeah, I mean, people dueling for mod ship. It's a bit intense. Not the worst idea, though. Well, thank you for that, MacTube. I'm modding the mods. I'm off, LMAO. I've been on patrol for a year. I'm in a crime scene now. You're lying. You're totally lying. I feel like you're lying. Well, no, you said you're off. Wait, I'm confused. You're saying you're off, but you've been patrolling for a year. You're on a crime scene now. It's probably just on the sofa. I don't know. It's funny to me. You know what's funny about my community in general that I've noticed? I don't believe you, Rich. You're saying you're at a crime scene now. That's bullshit. There's no way you'd be fucking pulling up a YouTube chat and typing that shit if you were actually at a crime scene. If that's true though, that is some of the funniest shit ever. And I'm also a little bit disturbed. He created the crime scene, probably. Rich is probably a dirty cop. You're a crime scene officer. Wait, so if you're a crime scene officer, what? Oh, okay. I misunderstood. So you're not like patrolling around. You're a crime scene officer. His job is crime scene. He's at Smoothie King. But now you're saying he's at Smoothie King? What do you mean? He just said he was at a crime scene. Oh, is the crime scene at the Smoothie King? No, I want to know though. Bring back the Mickey Rourke sound bites. I would love to play that shit every day. But you took off this week. And so you're spending time at a Smoothie King with your time off. I have a question. You being a crime scene officer, do you see like crazy shit? Like really messed up stuff? Is that part of I'm assuming, because that's what I think of when I think of a crime scene. Like, are you doing the chalk outlines? He says yes. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. He sees everything. Okay. Yeah. Crazy, man. That's crazy. So this is why. This is why he's a little bit unhinged. I knew there was an explanation. We got that Rich Rod lore. God, just talking shit. They have Rich there to draw with chalk. Even a kindergartner could do it. Damn. Rich is catching strays. All right. Yeah, no, that's great. I could not be a crime scene officer. I mean, I see stuff pop up on my Twitter feed sometimes, and I'm like, I'm good. I mean, I don't know. I'm like much more desensitized to things than I used to be, but I don't know. There's just like levels to it. Cousin's a deputy. Well, I was going to say this a little bit ago, but one of the things I've found a little bit surprising over the years of me streaming with my audience and people at the comments, I would find out quite a few people that tune into my channel Not certainly not everybody, but just more people than I would expect. Like, they're from my area. They're like much closer than I would have expected. Oh my God, you just scared the shit out of me. Oh my God, bro. You can't. What's up? I don't have any treats. No, that's gone. All right. Maybe in a minute. Hold on. Sorry about that. Dude, Mrs. MBG just scared the shit out of me, dude. I did not hear her calm down. I did not hear her open that door. Here. I totally forgot to feed the beast. You can tell I'm lacking sleep. Go ahead, boss. Go ahead. I don't know if he's gonna eat these though. He doesn't like the greenies. Okay, Papa, don't attack me. Come on. You don't want it? He doesn't want it. Sorry. MBG, I'm deploying soon though. So I'm gonna need you to adjust your hours. Wait, where are you deploying to? What are you deploying to? Damn, Rich, you sound busy. Rich is gonna go out there and he's gonna defend. I mean, he says he's deploying. I don't know how literally I should take that. He's gonna defend MBG's honor. All right, come here. There's the monster. Oh, I just realized I left my neck thing on there too. All right. He says, I'm cyber. We do things differently. We don't know until Big Air Force tells us. Damn. Are you nervous? I'd be nervous. Rich is going to be doing the real shit soon. I saw someone commented on a live stream video in the comments page when MBG was saying that he might have something with disc spine thing. A doctor who just gave John very good advice. Yeah, somebody who was a doctor, they were giving me some good advice, and it definitely helped me out a little bit. I've had an MRI since, and I've talked to the neurosurgeon and also my main my primary care doctor, and they both said that it's not serious enough to need surgery, but it would qualify as a severe herniation. So it could take well over a year or longer. You know, it could be a year and a half for it to fully heal. And I keep trying to do things that my whole thing is like, I don't know what makes it worse or what helps. Like, it's like yesterday and the day before, like I didn't really do much. I streamed, I did a light workout, but it's like, felt like I re-injured myself basically. So I'm like, Irfan, you're heading out, man. You're heading out for a trip. You'll be back on Friday. All right, bro. Be safe. I'll see you on Friday. You're gonna miss out on those Wolverine previews though. Man, boss really just eats. Well, he didn't actually eat the greens, but he just leaves. Boss doesn't care anymore. Why doesn't he care? Yeah, they did say, Tice, that I do have degenerative disc disease, but in terms of like the pain levels, it's one of these things where it's like maybe it'll get better over time. I mean, it does seem to It's not as bad as it was like 3 months ago, but it's still pretty bad. Like, I'm surprised at how much pain I find myself in 3 months removed. I'm like, Jesus. Okay. Like, I've never experienced this before, not for this long, but I'm still hopeful that it will. Like, I like to think a year from now, right? If we're looking at like August 2027, like, I'm going to be okay. But maybe not. Maybe I'll still be suffering from the same problem. That would suck. All right, bro. Well, I hope you enjoy your trip. The cat is big. Yeah, he's the biggest cat right now. Please react to the GTA 6 extended look. It's one of those moments that'll never be replicated. I'm probably not gonna be able to put it up on screen, but like I said, we'll do a watch party. Until we get explicit confirmation from Netflix that we're allowed to do that, which I don't think we are. I could get sued. But I'll be streaming when it drops. And yeah, watch party is something we can do. So I'll be able to share it with you guys, you know, to a certain extent. But listen, guys, I realize we're approaching the 2.5 hour mark. I have pretty much just been kind of bullshitting the last half hour. So this will be a last call. If you guys want to drop any more support, if you want to drop any more memberships, you want to become a member, super chats, direct donations, now is the time to do that. Because I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to try to get better sleep tonight. I hope I can. Because I can't deny. I don't take naps. So like if I get bad sleep the night before, that's it. But I'm not, you know, I just have to go the whole day. However, if I got like 3 hours or whatever, that's it. I know some people they're like, they've mastered the art of napping. They know how to just go to sleep in the middle of the day, get a couple hours, get a little bit refreshed. I'm not like that. Kind of wish I was, but don't do that, Tarnished. Don't spam my chat with 6-7s. I mean, you could do that if you want. That's fine. I had herniated disc in your lower back, had pain for 1 year. Yeah. I mean, the spine injuries can do that, man. Like, they can go for a long time. Ray, you're saying, no, why would they let YouTubers stream it instead of signing up for Netflix? Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. They paid for the 6-hour exclusivity window. And guys, before you head out, Actman just dropped a video about PlayStation. Nice. RU46N2 Ray in the chat has dropped the PO box address. If anybody wants to send anything, that's the address to send it to. But he also dropped the Discord link. If you want to join the MBG community Discord, feel free to do so. You don't have to be a channel member. Anybody can join. I just ask you guys to, be respectful to one another. A nap can ruin your whole night sleep schedule. Yeah, dude. For me, it's not even that. I just can't nap. Like, I could lay there. I could close my eyes. I could try to simulate like I'm going to bed just like I would at night. I can't fall asleep. It's like my body knows. My body knows that I'm it's like, bro, it's 3 PM, you know. The video title is Sony's digging their own grave. Maybe we'll have to react to that or something at some point. Isn't Actman, like, didn't he make a video a couple months ago about how Xbox was digging their grave? I don't know anymore, man. Like, yeah, Dwayne, I did go through that. You'll have to probably skim through the timestamps when Devil Shooter does them. We did cover that, but I don't know. Like, is Sony digging their own grave? Depends on who you ask. If you look at the numbers, the answer is no. If you look at the way people are talking about them, the answer is yes. So yeah, Actman, he's pretty good. I appreciate some of his videos. I don't watch him that often, but probably have to check out the PlayStation video. Maybe we could react to it sometime soon. I would right now, but I want to come into it with the right energy. The energy levels are like, they've dropped a bit. Depends. They're definitely burning goodwill. If you ever need it again, you're cooked. Yeah, that I agree with that. I think I think Sony has buried their goodwill. They haven't buried their brand, but they buried their goodwill. They could earn it back again, but they seem to have no interest in doing so. So it's one of these things where it's like, you guys better hope you don't really screw up anytime soon, because if you do, it's like, I don't think you're gonna. There's not gonna be any goodwill there to back you up and kind of pad the situation. But we'll see what happens. I mean, right now, I'll tell you what though. So actually, before I go, I'll tell you guys something else. I'm still playing Marvel Tokon, and I'm currently I only need 6 more trophies. Only 6 more. I can't believe how quick I'm going to platinum this game. However, one of the trophies is it sucks. I wasn't expecting it to be this much of a grind. One of the trophies, like I told you, is you have to complete 500 matches, but they can only be online matches. Now, let me explain this to you, and I'll probably give you like a little bonus here at the end. There's a couple different ways you can play against other players in Marvel Tokon. And the way it's set up is you have 3 rounds per match. Okay? So whoever wins 3 rounds, you win the match, and that counts as 1 completed match. If you lose it, it's still 1 completed. If you win it, it's 1 completed. However, I was playing this way. I go into the open lobbies and I'm playing people, and I'm like, dude, this is going to take this is crazy. This is going to take forever. So I was looking around to see if there was a way to speed up the process. And this is where, if anybody here is playing Marvel Tokon, you might find me. So there's another option where you can create a room, and there's a whole list of rooms that people created, and you can tweak the settings to whatever you want. And so what I've done is I made the matches 1 round, 30 seconds, and you just keep rematching over and over. And I'm playing the right way. I'm still trying to win those matches most of the time, unless I have to walk away for a second. But I've been doing this, and I think I've completed 230 matches. So I'm blowing through it pretty quickly. I think once I get to like 400, I might just play normally. But yeah, I don't want to be playing Marvel Tokon for the next 3 to 4 months. That's not what I want to do. Yeah, the strategies worked pretty well. Oh my God, what is going on back there? They're fighting. They're doing Marvel Tokon back there. It's so funny because Clark is the smallest cat and Papa's the biggest. And I don't know why. They just like to mess around a lot. Look, he's got his paw on his head like, no. I'm going to scare the living shit out of him. They're like, yo, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, they don't even care. They're still going. They don't care. Okay, I think Papa's had enough. Who do we think won? I think Clark won that battle. I think Clark won that one. Oh. He's like, I'm getting the high ground. Okay, I think Clark's done too. All right. I was going to see if they were going to keep going. There you go. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'm doing, Marvel Tokon. What I wanted to tell you guys is if anybody here is playing Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, if you go to the menu to view different rooms, joinable rooms, you might find mine. I'm Wolverine. I have it set to 9 players. I have it set for 1 round. I can't name the room. It doesn't name the rooms for some reason. But you might find me. So if you do, you'll just see me grinding away, doing match after match. And you know what other game I'm playing? Don't ask me why. I came across it and I was like, you know, I never did play this. And I think I want to play it. And another reason I chose to play it was because it's apparently really short, and I'm going to get the platinum for it probably in just a couple more hours of playtime. Nobody's going to guess it, but Telltale Batman. I was randomly scrolling through the PlayStation Store and it popped up and it was on sale for like $15. Both games. I'm like, dude, it's been so long since I played a Telltale game. Why not try it? I never did play the and I gotta say, like, I think I'm on chapter 3. It's really good. No, it's not Super Barbie Playhouse. Stop it, Shadowlink. I told you not to tell anybody about that. And I'm more than halfway through the first story, and it is good. Like, I forgot how good Telltale is, man. And it kind of, another reason I wanted to play it was because I wanted to prepare myself again to play The Wolf Among Us remastered, and then The Wolf Among Us 2 next year. And I don't know if they're going to, I don't know how the Batman, there's only 2 Batman games. I don't know how they end, but Troy Baker does Batman. Very interesting. Very interesting. I think Laura Bailey does Catwoman, but it's good so far. It's good. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's going to do it for today's stream and today's show. Marvel Tokon is not free. No, Marvel Tokon is a full, I think it's like a $60 game. Oh, are they fighting again? Clark, stop. I don't think they're fighting now. Hey, Clark, what are you doing? Why have you... Stop 69ing back there. What is going on? Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't think Papa wants it. I don't think he rolls like that. I just think he doesn't know what to do. Clark's a little freak. He comes from the streets, bro. I don't think he cares. Anyway, get the laser pen. I gotta find what I did with it. I don't have it on me right now. I don't know where it went. Hopefully it's not lost forever. Yeah, first they fight, and then Clark wants to make up. All right, guys. That's it, though. Thank you all for tuning in. I might have a video out later. I don't know. I made like a 23-minute news video, but there's something going wrong with my editing software, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix it. If I can get it fixed, I'll release that video later. If I can't get it fixed, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a fucking problem. Just generally speaking. But I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me today. I want to give a big shout out to anybody who dropped any direct support today. We did hit 30 members, which, I wasn't expecting that. We hit our goal yesterday. We hit it again today. So shout out to everybody who dropped any member gifts. Shout out to all my members, but also shout out if you dropped any super chats or direct donations. I can only do what I do here because you guys make it possible. So thank you all so much for that. I also want to make sure to give a special shout out to Devil Shooter, who does the timestamps for the streams. If you see Devil Shooter with those timestamps in the comments, show him some love. Give him some thanks. I know he appreciates it. Devil Shooter, thank you, man. And that pretty much wraps it up. So Hopefully, I'll get that video out to you, and we should be back here tomorrow with another stream. Will I stick with Press X Podcast? I don't know. Will I go back to MBG Live? Maybe. Still working on some things, but I mean, real quick before I go, what are we thinking about the hats? I like the hats. I think the hats turned out pretty good for the badges. I think I'm going to stick with that. Yay, nay, yay. I don't know why I'm asking, guys. I'm going to do what I want. I don't know why I'm asking. Why am I asking? I'm just going to do what I want. I like them. Ghetto God, shout out to you for making those for me, bro. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, or night. I will catch everybody in the next one. Until then, take care, everyone.